welcome back to the channel. So today we are in the world of Tartosa, which came with the My Wedding Stories pack that we got. And this is a 20 by 20 lot that is surrounded by the ocean. It's kind of like on, I don't know, the lower left hand of the map. Super cute lot. I love the lighting in on this lot in this world. It's just so pretty. So today we are building a twin sisters home. So this house does have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Now I did end up building this house back at the end of last year. So it's kind of just like I'm building this house all over again. So I don't really remember what all I did, but as we go, I'll try to remember to the best of my ability what all I did. So you can see that I already did the shell of the build, and I go around and I use the windows from the Greenhouse Haven kit. If y'all don't have that one, I cannot stress it enough to get it. It's just awesome, everything about that pack. But yeah, I use that for the doors and windows. For the front door, I did use the door from Growing Together. That's a really pretty door also. But yeah, I came across this floor plan on a page that I follow on social media, so I'll try to find that and list it in the description box down below. But I think it's like called Shed Homes or something. Like, there's a lot of floor plans on there that are kind of similar to this one right here, but all kind of different in their own way. So yeah, I decided to kind of build this one. I also like the roofing on this one. I think that's why I wanted to do it. But it turns out super cute, and I hope you guys enjoy. So for the Sims I had in mind that lived here are 2 twin sisters. I was thinking young adults, but really they can be older adults or whatever age you want them to be. But one of the twins is very laid back, into books and plants and art. And the other Sim, or the other twin, is very outgoing, all into glamour. She's a streamer. She likes going out. So I tried to decorate their rooms kind of close to that aesthetic as I could. And I think it turned out really cute, so make sure you stick around for that. But anyway, on the outside you can see that I'm just working on some landscaping. I wanted to use a lot of flowers in this build. So this is the front of the house. You can see I just added those ladders with the flowers and the grass growing through it, and I really need to look at what those are called because I can never remember, but they're so cute. So I ended up putting those there, and I'm adding this little vine over here and just some more landscaping to the outside. Now on the outside I did include a garden station. There's an easel for art. There is a hot tub off to the right of the house. And I think I added a bench and maybe something else. Like I said, I can't remember. I did do this build a few months ago, so it's all kind of like new to me again. But there are a few things outside for your Sims to do. Also, they're right here by this beautiful ocean, so they can always go outside and, you know, soak up the breeze and just chill and relax if they want to. So just going around with some more landscaping. I did use some terrain paint. As you can see, the walkway from the back door or the side door to the front door. This lot does not have a backyard. I ended up putting the backyard in the front, which I think it's really cute and something different. If you're always like making backyards and you want to switch it up, definitely try to move it like off to the side or to the front. Just something kind of different. So here I'm working on the garden area, and I think I use the bench and the the well from Romantic Gardens. I think I do put a well out there, and I think it's from that one, or a fountain. Lord, I can't remember, but I do add something out there for them to do as well. And I put in these are actually seeds. They're mushrooms, but I think they're so cute. I used them in another build also. Oh, they're just so stinking cute. So I put those there, and then these these chairs off to the left of the store, those are from high school years. So I added those there. I thought they were really girly, kind of give like a boho vibe. But yeah, as far as the outside patio goes, I think that's all I ended up adding. Maybe some plants later on. But over here, I'm just working on this little fire pit area. because I wanted something else for them to do outside. So, why not a fire pit? That's always nice to have, right? So here I'm just going and expanding the house out a little more, because at first I did kind of struggle with trying to figure out where exactly to put the windows and stuff. So yeah, I also did not raise this house up on a stilts or a foundation. I used a platform instead, and I like the looks of platforms. So if that's not something you really build with, I definitely recommend trying to do it, because on the outside you don't have the big bulky block, you know what I mean, closer to the ground. If you use a platform, then all your wallpapers it looks smooth. So just make sure that when you do that, you raise the floors up on the inside as well. So moving on to the inside, you can tell I'm just working on the floor plan right here. I do end up expanding it further more to the left because of the kitchen. I was referencing a picture like I said earlier, but I don't know if the kitchen was cut off in the floor plan or what, but I could not figure out what or where the kitchen went, so I ended up putting it over here. I just kind of expanded the floor plan further out, and it's definitely not how I normally do my kitchen. There's a lot of pinks and there's accent wall, but I wanted to kind of keep it girly feeling up in here, so there is lots of pinks, dark browns, beiges, creams, as you will see throughout as I continue building. So I also did end up using the Home Chef Hustle Kit in the kitchen because those counters and the appliances are just everything. I absolutely love that build. That pack. If you don't have it, that's another good one that I would definitely recommend getting. But yeah, going around just trying to figure out the wallpaper for every room. I think I do end up changing the wallpaper in both of the rooms, maybe to another color, but I really can't remember. But this is the bathroom in the middle. It is a shared bathroom, and I was thinking about adding a laundry room onto this house, but I wasn't really liking kind of how it or where it was going to go, so I didn't do that. But if you download this and play with it, of course, you can always add a laundry room or throw a washer and dryer in the bathroom. Completely up to you. But moving on to the kitchen, right now you see I just put that brick accent wall in behind the stove, and I actually like that wallpaper. I don't know about y'all, but I like that wallpaper. But anyway, going around with the Home Chef Hustle Kit, just adding some top shelves and counters, and I do end up adding the table kind of in the hallway area, if you will. I was going to add it here at first, but I decided not to. I wanted to change it up a little and put it in the hallway, which is definitely not normally where you have a kitchen table, but it was super cute. I ended up where the table is now. I end up putting some plants and a picture frame, the trash can, and something else I do believe over there. So I'm just going around messing with the kind of layout of the kitchen. I wasn't quite sure. That diagonal wall was kind of throwing me off, but I did manage to finally come up with a layout for the kitchen, and I absolutely loved how it turned out. But yeah, I do kind of just mess around with the kitchen here for a little bit, and yeah, that's pretty much all for the kitchen. I add a rug, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I am going to finish the kitchen up, and I will see you guys in the next room. so moving on to the little dining room area and the hallway and the living room, this is where I ended up putting the table. I did end up kind of angling one of these chairs to kind of give it like, you know, the sim had pulled it out and left it there, because if not, they click to the table, so this gave it a little something extra, a little extra look, if you will. But moving on into getting into the living room, I do believe I end up putting this little mirror right here by the door, and then the little entrance area into the house, end up putting a mirror there and a table with just some clutter. I also do end up adding some hanging lights up above the mirror. I thought that was super cute. Give a little more detail on this wall as well, because I really wasn't sure what to add. I had already added this mirror there, so I didn't want to go around and start like adding pictures and stuff to make it too like cluttered up. So I'm just using this flower piece right here. I think it's from Growing Together. It is super cute. I like how it's just kind of flowy, yet simple colors. I really like it. So I added that there, and the key ring with the bills, that was only necessary to have that. I feel like everybody has something like that by their front door. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have one and it just collects all kinds of junk. But moving on to the living room, I am using the couches and chairs from the Book Nook kit, and I originally laid some furniture down, but I do go back and change it because I wanted to add a desk over here for the twin that is a streamer, and then on the other side I go back and I add an art easel with like some paint and just a few pieces of artwork to the floor, just that way they could have, you know, their own little corner inside for them to build up, you know, the skills that they want, or, you know, vice versa. So yeah, I do end up actually moving or deleting the little tiny bookshelf under the TV. I do go back in and add a fireplace, because I just felt like the room needed a little something bigger. So I add a fireplace there with some decorations on top, and a little, I must say, dining room table, coffee table. And I can't remember if I keep this table or not. I think I do. It's from the Book Nook kit also. It's got little books and stuff under it. It's super cute. So just adding a fireplace right here. I was gonna try to make my own little makeshift fireplace, but it was not looking good. So I ended up going with this fireplace right here from Vintage Glamour. I felt like it just kind of gave off, you know, the glamour vibes, if you will. So I added that there, and then going around trying to figure out where I want to place everything. I also like these curtains too. I think they're from Modern Luxe, maybe. They're so super cute. They're like sheer, so they're kind of see-through. Super cute. Use them in almost all my builds in one room or the other. So over on this side, this is the streamer side, and I really didn't have her much into plants, so I can't remember if I end up deleting the hanging plants or not, but I do add that there, and some little clutter to her desk as well. And this computer right here is everything. I don't know, it looks like a nice computer, you know? But anyway, moving on to the rest of the living room, I am just adding some clutter to the table right here. I add the basket of blankets off to the side, because I know when I'm working on my videos or playing my game, I always have to have a blanket or, you know, a heater. It's been like super hot down here, but our house gets so cold at night, so I'll have the heater in our little computer room while I'm playing. And it'll be so hot, but I cannot stand being too cold, so I always have a blanket on and the heater going on my feet. So I just added that blanket bag over there, and then over here, moving on, this is where I end up adding the little art area where that pink chair is. I do end up moving it and opening those windows up a little and adding an art easel, some paint cans, and I think a sculpture, like kind of like maybe she made that sculpture, so I add that kind of by the fireplace as well. So what you see me do just then is I'm using Tool Mod to size up the rugs, and I have mentioned this before, I'm not the best person to teach how to use Tool Mod, because quite frankly I'm not the best at using it anyway, but I do use it to size up my rugs a lot, because sometimes, you know, when you're picking a rug, it's either way too small, or if you go use the bracket key to size it up, it's way too big. So I just use the tool to resize not only my rugs, but a lot of my items in my builds. And then I use it to move stuff up and down. Now, as far as like rotating objects and leaning items and all that, you're asking the wrong person, because I do not know. And I have watched multiple videos and it's just not clicking with me. So I gave up for the time being. I just gave up trying to figure it out. But sooner or later, I'll figure it out. But moving on to the bathroom right here, I'm just kind of playing around with the layout, trying to figure out exactly where I want things to go. This bathroom also turned out super stinking cute to me. And normally I don't like building like really girly builds. I'm not really girly myself, so I can't relate to all like the glamour and the fashion and all that. But I think it turned out super, super cute. So I'm just adding this mirror right here. I do go back and add some clutter. The everyday clutter kit, I can't remember if I added the little boxes in here. Oh yeah, these little things right here with the drawers with the hair tie and things on them. I think those are stinking cute also. But I add those there. I do go back and kind of rearrange everything on the counter. Don't worry, it doesn't stay like that. But adding a plunger, because you have to have a plunger. You never know when something might go bad. But here I am trying to move things on the counter, figuring out where I want everything to go. Yeah, as far as the bathroom goes, I think I'd say I add a picture above the toilet also, and a rug, and a towel holder, I think. And for that, this is all for the bathroom. I do add these pretty pictures above the toilet and the mirror. They're kind of like, I don't know, they kind of give me like Marilyn Monroe vibes. Don't ask why, 'cause I'm not sure, but the black and white, and there's like little hints of pink and stuff in there. I feel like it kind of fit the room, so added those there, adding some more plants and these little candles. And that is all for the bathroom. Moving on to the sister's room. This is going to be the sister's room that is into art and plants and is very just kind of laid back. And I did try to keep the like glamour vibe all throughout the house. So I did bring some of those, elements into her room as well, but I didn't want to make it too girly. So yeah, add that cute bed there, the dresser over here, and add a TV and a mirror and some pictures. I think I add a rocking chair. I can't even remember if it's in her room or the other room. One of the rooms has a rocking chair, I think. And I add some books on the floor. It must be this room. But add a TV there for her and this cute little rug. Once again, using Tool Mod to size it up. Isn't that rug just so cute? I would definitely have that in my house. And that's not normally my style, but that's a cute rug. So going around cluttering up her little dresser and the floor around it, add some shoes and I can't remember what else to add. This little bunny rabbit, some books, and I think a flower on there as well, and maybe some glasses, I think. But I go ahead and add this chair right here. I think I might change this chair, to this chair right here. This is from the Book Nook kit also. So I add that there just to give her kind of like if she wanted to go in her room and sit down and read or something, she had a little somewhere cozy to sit. So cluttering up her dresser with the random items that I found, I decided to end up deleting one of her nightstands and adding this mirror here. And on this wall right beside the mirror, the wall where the door is, this is where I go in and add all kinds of plants and pictures. I wanted it to kind of give the artsy vibe. And then above her bed, I added another picture frame, kind of more modernish look to it. So I add that there. I add some little canvases around the room as if like she painted those herself. So I add that there. I add one by the door also. And then above the TV, I add some more wall decor. And then above the paintings on the other wall, I add it's like the shelf, the little glass container with the succulents in it. Add that there. I do believe a dream catcher also by the door. And that is all for her room. I'm going to finish this up right quick and I will see you guys in the other sister's room. moving on to the other sister's room, I just bring over that same bed and those same curtains. I did use the same bed, as you can tell, but I did change the pattern, so it's not the exact same bed. I do use the same dresser as well. And then for her room, since she had that one diagonal wall, I felt like should add another one. So what you see me do is add a diagonal wall, and then I added that mirror to that wall, just to give a little something extra in the room. And then moving on to the nightstand. This one I think is from, that's not Vintage Glamour. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to lie to you guys because I don't remember, but I used that nightstand there. I kind of felt like it went with the vibe of the room. And then what you see me just working on was just another table in her room. If you didn't want to put the TV over on the dresser where it's at now, you can always move it to this table. But I just felt like, since she was into streaming and all that, she needed like her records or her papers. So I added that box there, and then some trays underneath the table with, I think it's like a record box with like CDs and stuff in it. But I added that under there. And then above the TV, I added some pictures and the hanging plant. That hanging plant will always be one of my favorites also, and you'll probably see it in every single build that I do, just because I like that plant. And who wouldn't want a hanging plant in their house, right? So moving on to her little vanity area, I just go around putting some makeup on it because I thought this twin was the one that was super into glamour, very outgoing, going out to parties and stuff. So she always wants to look her best when she goes out or when she pops up on the internet, just to make sure that she looks her best. So I just go around. I use that same everyday clutter box with the brush. I do think I use Tool Mod to size it down though, and the baby wipes, I size those down as well. But other than that, as far as the vanity goes, didn't add much clutter to it, just a few little makeup pieces, just so it wasn't just like a plain vanity. But yeah, never really add vanities like this to my builds, but it's really cute in a room or like in a bathroom. So if you don't use vanities a lot or don't put them in your build, why not give it a try? You might like it. Here recently I've been building like different styles of things that I'm not really comfortable with, like kind of bringing myself out of this little shell that I'm in, and I'm finding that I absolutely love it, and it's nice to have a change from the same style or just however you build. So I would definitely recommend trying to change things up a little. If you're stuck, go online, Google pictures of things that you never think you could build or not your style, and give it a try. You never know, you might like it. Anyways, getting off of my little rant over here, moving back onto the living room. This is a little corner that I was telling you about for the other sister that likes art. I put the easel there, some paint cans, some plants, and just some little decor to the floor, kind of like she was working on it, and her art pieces. And that was all for the living room, really. In the floor plan also, they showed another table behind the couch, so kind of in that open area that I have. I didn't personally like how that looked, but if you download this and you play with it, feel free to add a table there or expand, the living room back, or whatever you want to do. Change the floor plan up completely, who knows. But what you see me just do is I just added a little table there with a plant and some light, just to kind of put something in that area so it wasn't so just bland. So moving back on outside, I am just working on this little garden area because I figured, maybe they want to start a garden, or who knows, that might be their hobby they're getting into. So I added that from there. Greenhouse Haven kit, I think, is what I used for a lot of that over there. See, this stuff is so cute, right? You need the pack if you don't have it. But moving on to this over here, this is where I end up adding the hot tub. I kind of pushed it off to the corner in the back and put some flowers around it. I like how it looked personally. I don't know if your Sims can actually use it, but it's cute and it's something extra for them to do, right? So you'll see me add that here in just a second, but right now I'm just going around adding a few more flowers to the yard because like it already doesn't have enough flowers, right? Going around adding some more. And I do think I outline, like always, my landscaping path in some dirt just to give it a little something extra. And then I added the car out front, and that's pretty much all for this build. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps me a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.